What if you woke up one day to find that your hometown is no longer habitable because of extreme weather conditions? Sounds like a dystopian future, right? But this is the reality we might face if we don't address climate change. It's not just about polar bears or melting ice caps. It's about the survival of human societies. Climate change, a global concern, is a complex issue, but understanding its causes and consequences is essential. The clock is ticking, and the time to act is now. To understand why our planet is heating up, we need to start with the basics. Picture the Earth wrapped in a blanket of gases, a bit like a greenhouse. Sunlight passes through this blanket, warming the Earth's surface. Some of this heat then radiates back into space, but a significant portion is trapped by the greenhouse gases, maintaining a temperature that sustains life. This is the greenhouse effect, a natural process that keeps our planet habitable. Now imagine if this blanket gets thicker. More heat gets trapped, right? This is exactly what's happening due to human activities. We're burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and gas, and chopping down forests that absorb carbon dioxide. This leads to higher concentrations of greenhouse gases, especially carbon dioxide and methane, making the blanket thicker and the Earth warmer. So, it's us, humans, amplifying this natural warming and causing the Earth's climate to change. Now, you might be wondering, what does this mean for us and our planet? Well, let's dive right in. Picture this. Our planet is like a feverish patient. The temperature is rising, and if we don't act soon, it could lead to dire consequences. Imagine a world where heat waves become more common, making some places unbearable to live in. Think about severe weather events like hurricanes and floods becoming more frequent and more intense. Envision the polar ice caps melting, causing sea levels to rise, and coastal cities becoming submerged. Picture ecosystems getting disrupted, with many species struggling to survive these changes, and some going extinct. Consider how our food security could be threatened as climate change impacts agriculture, making it harder to grow crops in many parts of the world. These changes are not just a future possibility, they are happening right now. It's not all doom and gloom though. We have the tools and knowledge to fight back. There are two key strategies to address climate change: mitigation and adaptation. Mitigation involves reducing the flow of heat-trapping greenhouse gases into the atmosphere by switching to renewable energy sources, improving energy efficiency, and changing land use practices, like reforestation. Adaptation, on the other hand, involves adjusting to life in a changing climate. It encompasses a range of actions to protect communities and ecosystems, like building climate-resilient infrastructure, developing drought-resistant crops, and improving water management systems. International agreements, such as the Paris Agreement, play a crucial role in coordinating global efforts to tackle climate change. They set ambitious goals to limit global warming and provide a framework for countries to reduce their emissions. But the fight against climate change isn't just for governments and big businesses. Each of us has a role to play. Simple actions like reducing waste, eating less meat, and choosing public transportation or biking over driving can make a difference. Finally, we can't overlook the potential of technology and innovation. From carbon capture and storage technologies to breakthroughs in renewable energy, these solutions offer hope for a sustainable future. Remember, climate change is a global challenge that requires a global response. And that response begins with each of us taking action, no matter how small. Each one of us has a part to play in this global effort. Despite the scientific consensus, there are still many myths and misconceptions about climate change. Some argue it's a natural cycle, but the rate of warming we're experiencing is unprecedented in millions of years. Others claim there's no consensus among scientists. But in reality, over 97% of climate scientists agree that humans are causing global warming. Now, it's time to rise above these misconceptions and take action. We can all make a difference. Simple things like reducing, reusing, and recycling, opting for public transport or cycling, and supporting renewable energy can have a huge impact. We can also educate ourselves and others. There are numerous resources available online to delve deeper into the science and solutions of climate change. Websites like the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and NASA's Climate Kids offer a wealth of information. Remember, the choices we make today will determine the kind of world we live in tomorrow.